Great. Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the graduation ceremony. Ooh, this is very sensitive. I'm used to holding a handheld in our other rooms. To the Harrisburg University IT leaders graduation for the certificate program. Is that better? Can everyone hear me? Okay. I have to have Patricia manage me.
See, try that and see if that's a little bit better.
Okay.
Oh, there she is. There's the real magical person. All right.
From behind the curtain. Thank you, Leah. Let's try that again. So welcome to the graduation ceremony for our IT Leaders Certificate Program. While I wasn't here until about halfway through your program, it is such a joy to be here with you today as we celebrate this incredible milestone in your journeys as leaders in the IT space. Not only for each of you as graduates, but for the teams, organizations, and communities that will benefit from your leadership skills in the future. I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge some of the people who made this program happen. First of all, a huge thank you to Charlie Gerhards, Randy Jones, who isn't here just yet, but he is on his way, and Patricia Mooneyham for their expert facilitation throughout this program. Thank you for your commitment and your dedication to strengthening the IT Leaders Program throughout the Commonwealth and across our country. Let's give them a huge round of applause. I also want to take a moment to recognize that we have people online with us today, so thank you for joining us online. We're really glad that you're here with us, even though you can't be here with us in person. I'd also like to thank the sponsors who nominated our graduates who are here today. Some of you may be in the room, some may not have been able to join us, but they recognize the potential of the people who have gone through this program. Thank you to the stakeholders who made the capstone projects a reality. Thank you to the many guest speakers who delivered incredible content over the past 9 months. Thank you to the financial sponsors of the Government Technology Institute, whose funding allows us to offer programs and events at lower rates that would otherwise be impossible, and who help to deliver incredible content throughout our various programs and events that we host through the Office of Professional Development and the Government Technology Institute. Thank you to the entire Office of Professional Development team for delivering high-quality programs that support the learning needs of employers and employees throughout the region and throughout the country. And finally, a very special thank you to Michelle Maffness. We could not run programs like this without her expertise and without everything that she brings in managing all those details as skillfully as she does. She likes to stay behind the screen and not be seen, but I think in this case, she's here with us today. So Michelle, please stand up and let's give her a big round of applause. As we all know, in the world of IT, the only constant is change. In fact, if you blinked this morning, you probably missed a new AI tool, some type of new platform, and some acronym that you're going to have to need to know tomorrow. And yet, despite the constant churn, one timeless principle continues to hold true, and I've heard this numerous times since arriving here at HU just a short 4 months ago. Garbage in equals garbage out. It's a phrase that you've heard throughout this program. We heard it several times through the capstone presentations that were given, sometimes with a chuckle, sometimes as a caution, and sometimes with a deeper truth about leadership itself. Yes, it applies to our data and to our systems, but it also applies to how we lead, how we learn, and how we show up for our teams. When we invest in quality inputs like clear communication, intentional learning, curiosity, collaboration, and empathy, We get quality outcomes. We have stronger teams, smarter decisions, and more resilient organizations. That is exactly what you've done during the course of this program. Whether you entered this program as an executive, a manager, or a business relationship manager, you chose to invest in yourself and in your leadership capacity. You chose to bring your best thinking and your best energy into each team session. And I know you became very skilled at the mute and the unmute button throughout the course of this program. As a result, you're leaving today with new insights and new relationships, and hopefully a few less garbage in, garbage out moments. Throughout this program, you've tackled big questions, not just about emerging technologies, but about culture, ethics, and innovation. You've asked questions like, how do we not just keep pace, but help others run alongside us? How do we foster innovation while building trust? How do we stay human in an increasingly AI-engaged, enabled world? And through it all, you've leaned in. You've built relationships across roles, agencies, organizations, and industries. You've grown as a community of learners and leaders. You've proven that leadership in IT is not just about the technology, it's about the people who fuel that work. At Harrisburg University, we are proud to be part of your journey. We believe deeply that your work matters, and the future of the Commonwealth, our industries, and our communities depends on thoughtful and strategic leaders like you. As you walk out of here today, certificates at hand and your LinkedIn profiles freshly updated, remember this: when you continue to put quality in through curiosity, humility, learning, and leadership, you will drive extraordinary outcomes. On behalf of Harrisburg University, President Dave Shankweiler, and the Office of Professional Development, congratulations to each and every one of you. We can't wait to see where you take us next. I'd also like to give a shout out to our young leaders in the room. I see several future HU students sitting amongst us today, so we're excited to see where young leadership takes us, right? So we need to be conscious about how we're mentoring the next generation as they move up into leadership roles. It is now my great pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker, Brianna Pardoe, Executive Director of Code PA for the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Over the past 2 years, under Bree's leadership, Code PA has worked closely with the Office of Administration and the Governor's Office to infuse new energy and resources into customer service transformation efforts while leading high-priority projects to improve the digital experience for Pennsylvanians. She has grown Code PA from a team of 1 to a team of 50 and is a driving force of innovative change in how government services are delivered. Please join me in welcoming Bree.
Thanks so much. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. It's a real privilege to be here today to celebrate the graduation from this program. This moment is not just about the very cool certificate. It's about what you've built, learned, and are now equipped to lead. As the Executive Director of Code PA, I've had the opportunity to work with brilliant people and change makers across the Commonwealth. Some of you are in the room. Thank you for responding to my emails. And what I can tell you is this: in my career in the Commonwealth and prior to joining, I've learned that technology is never the hardest part of what we do. The hardest part is changing how we work and bringing those along with us who might be afraid of that change in approach or technology or any of the other lovely factors that come along with showing up every day and driving important efforts. That is especially true as we transition into more agile delivery of what we are providing to our stakeholders. Agile gets sometimes a bad rep, and it's not just about scrums and sprints, it's about culture. It's about letting go of the idea that we know everything up front and instead building trust in teams to iterate, to learn, and to adjust based on our users' needs. This takes guts, and it takes leaders who are willing to ask their organizations to work differently. Some of you are probably already doing this, others are just starting, but I want to level with you. Being a leader in moments of change is hard. It's uncomfortable. I know that this might sound crazy in government, but sometimes it's slow. And it can feel like you're pushing that boulder uphill. You'll face resistance. People will question why you're shifting course. I think this week alone, I've had several people now ask me, why are you moving this cheese? And it can be really easy and tempting to go back to what's familiar and to what feels safe. But I want you to hold on to this truth if you hear nothing else that I say today. If you know it's the right thing to do, if you know it will make things better for the people that you serve, you owe it to yourself and to the teams that you lead to build relationships and do the hard work to make it happen. That conviction, rooted in service and user need, is what drives my team's mission and is at the heart of Governor Shapiro's executive order that founded our team 2 years ago. That order doesn't just call for digital modernization. It sets a mandate that for the Commonwealth, every Pennsylvanian should be able to access government services simply, securely, and with dignity. To get there, we need systems that respond to people's lives, not just org charts. Systems that meet our users, both employees and residents, where they are, so they can do what they need to do in a frictionless manner. I joke that when I came into this position and the jobs that I've had in my career, working in nonprofit healthcare, my job is never to market sexy tools. Nobody's excited to renew their driver's license. Nobody thinks at the middle of the night how excited they are to pay their taxes. And nobody has ever told me that I had the best time at the emergency room last week. But that means not that we can't optimize or change or make things better or leverage technology. It means we optimize for things to be neutral, which can sometimes be far harder than optimizing a brand new whiz-bang tool. And so what we are working through now is designing tools that are informed by research, not assumptions, sitting shoulder to shoulder with the civil servants that deliver on a day-to-day basis, and also the users of the systems that we will be building. And it takes cross-functional teams working together with that shared sense of purpose. As much as I love the engineers on my team, what I love most about them is the value that they bring when we have accessibility, QA, content writers, designers at the table thinking together about how we can solve these problems. It takes rethinking the administrative things like business process and procurement. And it takes eliminating technical debt and having the grit to do that. Boy, we've got a lot of applications in the Commonwealth. And not all of them are supremely designed or ready to go for the next chapter. But we can work together to unpack what that path looks like. And together, we can transform how we deliver, not just what we deliver. And it takes teams like you and leaders like all of you to make that happen. IT leadership matters so deeply. We, as leaders, are the linchpin between vision and execution. Our job is to make the complicated simple and to make IT feel less like a maze and more like a welcome center. You make things work, and in that work, you make things better. I want to take a quick moment to recognize some outstanding collaborators in this journey, as Code PA has been a part of this program. Stephen Elkert and Autumn Hosler are not able to be here today, but their contributions to the Capstone project were critical. I hope you all had a great time. And the clarity, focus, and persistence that all of you had have delivered outcomes that my team will be able to take back to the organization and apply at scale. Thank you for that. Stephen and Autumn also asked me to give a special loving shout out to Trisha and Stevie, our phenomenal points of contact. Thank you for being the North Stars through our process. And thank you to everyone who went on this journey of professional development, not just for embracing ambiguity of what this program might bring to you, but turning it into momentum. Every person in IT, our job under the covers, is creating order out of chaos day in and day out. You bring structure to vision, delivery to strategy, and humanity to technology. None of this works without the people in this room. As you leave this program, don't forget, change is hard. Leadership is harder, but you are not alone. You have a cohort of folks here that you've built relationships with. You've got incredible resources in the organizations that you're a part of. And don't forget that every person is facing challenges and is likely ready to have a conversation about how things are going. And now, with additional training, you are ready. Lead with conviction, build with empathy, and listen like it matters because it does. And when you know it's the right thing to do, even if it's not the easy thing, do it anyway. Thank you for your commitment to service and your commitment to yourselves. Thank you for helping to build a more accessible, more equitable online experience in every organization you are a part of. And congratulations. I can't wait to see what all of you do next. Thank you.
Thank you, Bree, for spending your time with us today and for your support throughout the program. And so as we think about having to push that boulder up the hill, or if we're in the middle of pushing the boulder up the hill, don't forget to take a step back and think about what got you to that hill and what comes on the other side of the hill when you gain the momentum and start to roll down the other side of that hill, and you're bringing your team with you and you've built trust and you're just engaged and you can get over that hill and make it to the other side. Don't give up and continue to persist. So next we will have reflections from our students. We will start with Sarah Leahy from the IT Executives track. Sarah is an IT manager for NGen, where she has served in a variety of roles for the past 11 and a half years. Sarah, please come up to the podium.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. First, thank you for letting me give a reflection. I won't try to represent all of my cohort of executives, but I know we've become a bit of a tight group and really learning with each other. So, as Laura Lee said, my name is Sarah Leahy, and I've been with NGen for quite some time. I want to thank Chris Miller, who is an alumni, and the person who sponsored me, who also happens to be my boss. So, consider that as I talk here. Really learned a lot from this program. I was craving the opportunity to get into the heads of our executives, understand more how to prepare my team to serve our leadership better, while helping myself learn what I might need to know to move into my next phase of my career. So a couple of the things that I took away, certainly already knew that being an IT executive is a tough gig. Hearing from the diversity of the speakers, both where they are at in their careers, as well as their different perspectives and paradigms of how they handle issues and covering topics, was really, really valuable. If I learned an overarching word from all of those folks, it is be authentic. We're not going to know it. We need to say that we don't, right? We need to stand true where we do and stand with our convictions and our understanding and lead with courage. I think a couple of comments that really stuck with me that I want to take back to my team are these. How can I help my team? I want us to be the department of know, K-N-O-W, not know, N-O. And this was given to me by Clifford Shear, one of our presenters. How can the leaders help? I think it is evaluating the role of the hippo in decision-making, which was the highest paid person's opinion. I think we do that a lot. We do a disservice to our teams, sometimes to ourselves, and even sometimes to our leader to say, well, what do you think, right? You've earned the highest rank here. We should do what you say. And I don't think our leaders always want us to do that. And then the last, coming back to something Bree said, Laura, you said this as well, culturally, how do we fail fast and earn the trust that we're going to recover? And that was given to us by Chris De Leon. I love that. We often think of successful leaders as those who succeed, and not necessarily those leaders who succeeded in failing and then recovering. So thank you again, Chris, for the opportunity to be here, and for all of the leaders. You made it a very meaningful experience for me, and I appreciate it. Hope to see you at graduation next year.
Thank you, Sarah. Next, we will hear from Sarah Smith from the Business Relationship Managers track. Sarah is the Director of Customer Service for the Department of Community and Economic Development, where she has worked for just over 9 years. Sarah.
Good afternoon, and welcome and congratulations to the cohort. It has been 9 months that we have been joining each other online and wondering what we all look like in real life, right? So it's really nice to see all of you. And during the past 9 months, I've had a lot of support, so I just want to thank my boys and my husband, my colleagues, and of course, my direct supervisor and friend, Kurian Durkin, and Lisa Elliott, who pushed me along the way and actually had me come into this cohort, because I'm an anomaly to most of you in that I am not already in the IT realm, I am in the business realm. So as I'm learning about all of the IT stuff, I'm saying, oh my gosh, like I'm connecting it because I work closely with an IT team, but it's not quite the same. So it's been a great experience, and I'm very grateful for the opportunity. But in the past 9 months, we have heard from many talented leaders, and we have been captivated with many one-liners and many phrases. So I just wanted to quickly share about 3 speakers that stood out to me by something they said. In October, the second module, we met Chief Robert Martin, the Director of Public Safety for Susquehanna Township. He talked to us about leadership perspectives and expectations. He said, if leadership was about giving people good news, the job would be easy. The toughest thing is to manage someone's disappointment. You really need to appeal to people's emotions and be humble. Be intuitive. This was my favorite part. He said, listen to the song beneath the lyrics. See the game field that you can see so that you can adjust your behavior and survive the emotional to get to the rational. So thank you, Chief Martin. That was a great example. I'm bouncing around just a little to Mod 7 from April with Danielle Alvarez from Accenture. She said, take the time to listen and to actually hear people's concerns. BRMs will build your skills in storytelling. So I think we're all pretty good at storytelling, and I definitely agree with her. She also said network, 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 so means communicate, which is the backbone of all relationships. And she also recommended Toy Box Leadership. It's leadership lessons from the toys you loved as a child. If you have not read this book, I really recommend that you read this book. Danielle was not wrong. It's a very great book. And finally, Carl Heinlinger from Sled Sales Iron Bow Technology in December, he talked to us about building and maintaining relationships to create effective partnerships. He said, brands are important. You have your own personal brand too. Brands are important because it's how people feel about you. Time is always right to do what is right, he quoted from Martin Luther King. And he closed with, it takes 20 years to build a reputation and 5 minutes to ruin it. If you think about things like that, you'll do things differently. And that was a quote from Warren Buffett. I never know where life is going to lead me, but I'm certainly grateful to have had this opportunity to be part of the BRM cohort. And I just wanted to say congratulations once again to all my fellow classmates.
Thank you, Sarah. We have two students speaking on behalf of the IT Managers track. First, we will hear from Patricia Savage, who is a project manager for the Infrastructure and Economic Development Delivery Center. Then we will hear from Sandra Reed, who is an IESO SAP Security Specialist for the Integrated Enterprise System for the PA Office of Administration. Imagine saying that every day. So Patricia, if you can come join us, and then Sandra, you can follow.
All right. Hello. I think most of the IT managers cohort is probably sick of hearing from me by now, so I'm going to hopefully keep it short and sweet. I'm going to talk about what the Capstone Project taught me. Our Capstone Project this year was creating an agile culture in the Commonwealth. As a project manager, I'd certainly heard the term agile before, things like Scrum, Kanban, Lean, yet something that I hadn't really heard or that wasn't really that didn't really sink in or resonate was that agile is a mindset. There's a difference between doing agile and being agile. So while we didn't originally intend or set out to do things agile, practice agile, we found ourselves adapting to the agile mindset organically in a couple of ways. The first one we encountered was the principle of self-organized teams. When the 40 of us first gathered, we did not come together knowing our roles or who was doing what. We had some suggested sub-team groupings and an overall high-level assessment, but it was up to us to tease out all of those specifics. 40 people, not in the same organization, not in the same state or time zone, many never having met a single other person in the group, all put together in a situation to work towards a common goal. It's through our interactions and our collaboration that we came up with a plan. So we were set, or so we thought. As we started putting things into practice, as we started meeting with Code PA and the Conservation and Economic Development Delivery Center, CEDC, things changed. Our scope changed. As the project itself evolved, we had to evolve. We were responding to change over following a plan, which is probably the biggest agile takeaway. We continuously inspected our process and adapted frequently up to the very end, all with the highest priority of giving something useful and meaningful to Code PA and CEDC. We weren't just doing the report to check a box and graduate the program. We truly wanted Code PA and CEDC to have something they could take and apply that could make things better in their organization. As long as there was at least something in there that would provide value for them, we were happy. And to us, that defined our success. So again, while we didn't set out saying, okay, we're going to do agile, we're going to pick an agile methodology, we ended up being agile. And this capstone project allowed me to get that experience that I don't know I would get anywhere else. And for that, I am extremely thankful.
Good afternoon. It is truly a privilege to stand before you today. I am honored, but most honestly, I am humbled. Colleagues, leaders, and fellow students, been asked to reflect on my specific journey in the Information Technical Leadership Program. A powerful theme emerges, and I think it spoke through every module. Coming full circle. This program hasn't just equipped me with new skills and knowledge, it has in a very profound way reminded me of who I am at my core and why I chose a career in technology in the first place, to be a servant leader. For many of us, our careers often start with a desire to build, to create, to innovate. We're drawn to immediate problem solving, the tangible results of our efforts. I remember those early days long ago, fueled by curiosity and a drive to master technical challenges. And while that drive remains, the IT leadership program helped me reconnect with a deeper, more enduring motivation. This program has been more than just a curriculum. It's been a mirror. It has shown me that true leadership, especially in the dynamic world of IT, it isn't just about technical prowess or strategic vision. It's fundamentally about service. It's about empowering our teams, nurturing their growth, and removing obstacles so they can excel. It's about using our technical expertise not just to build systems, but to build people and to create an environment where everyone can thrive. Think about it. As IT professionals, we are inherently in the business of service. We build systems that support our colleagues, enable our organizations, and ultimately serve our customers. The leadership program deepened my understanding of how this service extends beyond our organizations and ultimately serves us all and our customers. It taught me the importance of active listening, of empathy, and of fostering a culture of collaboration where every voice is valued. It highlighted that our role as leaders is to facilitate, to guide, and to lift those around us. This concept of servant leadership is nothing new. We've heard it before. But experiencing it within the context of this program has revitalized my approach. It's reminded me that my purpose isn't just to lead projects. I do that a lot. But to lead people with a genuine desire to see them succeed. It's about placing the needs of our teams and our organization first, understanding that their success is ultimately ours. So as I come full circle, returning to the core principles that initially drew me to this field, I am more committed now than ever to embodying servant leadership in every aspect of my work. I want to leverage the insights and the skills gained from this program to foster environments where innovation flourishes, where collaboration is seamless, and where every individual feels supported and empowered to contribute their best. To my fellow students, let's carry this spirit forward to our leadership. Thank you all for providing the opportunities to grow and learn. And to my colleagues, I look forward to continuing to serve alongside you, building a future where technology truly serves humanity, guided by the principles of leadership that puts its people first. Thank you.
Thank you, Patricia and Sandra, and to all of our students who shared their reflections. Thank you for what you've put forth today. It really puts into context the heart of what this program was meant to deliver. So let's give all of our students another round of applause. I now have the pleasure of welcoming Randy Jones to the podium. Randy has served as an IT Leaders Facilitator for 10 years and is an integral part of the program, as you all know. His years of experience as an IT manager in state government make his insights and leadership an incredible resource for participants in this program. Please join me in welcoming Randy.
To give you some idea how this program challenges students, they assigned a guy with Parkinson's to the Agile project. Now, what the hell are we thinking? All right, now we all know Randy. Just as technology evolves, delivery of education has changed too. Virtual delivery is now commonplace, and this class is a positive example of that change. Can you hear me okay? Am I close enough? All righty. I made the transition to this virtual classroom setting with much angst. I almost bailed out. How can I facilitate when I'm not in the same room as the students or the presenter? So I was getting ready to leave. I was used to chatting up the morning early birds and talking to the train riders before they left. Then I realized I was reacting just like many users of technology, new technology. I was resisting yet another change. It was uncomfortable. maybe it was time for me to reread some of the presenter slides on embracing change. Time to walk the walk, huh? So I've taken this journey with HU, this virtual journey, and I'm very happy to say that physical separation of the virtual classroom is obvious, but a willing attitude joined to today's virtual technology has fashioned a classroom that approaches the traditional atmosphere. Relationship building and work collaboration can be achieved. Perhaps it brings some benefits. During the entire 9 months of this class, we didn't have anybody stuck in traffic and was late. My GTI teammates are remarkable innovators who have really pulled together a sharply focused, content-rich program. I'm going to say you can't find it anywhere else. Hope nobody proves me wrong. Consider the diversity of the experiences that virtual delivery enables. From our several dozen GTI sponsors, some of you are here joining us today, we've received practical, proven insights from top-level international and regional subject matter experts and trends with obvious enthusiasm. I mean, if we had to pay for everybody to fly here, we have come in here by wire, we'd never make it. Their observations and experiences rival what you hear at a national conference in a 1,000-seat discussion hall at a substantial cost. Our HU instructional staff injects experience with academic topics, and increasingly, GTI alumni, some 700 strong, some of you are here, are contributing valuable lessons and learned insights. I often say that once you go through ITL, you just can't think or act the same as you conduct your work. You just can't help but be smarter and more visionary about your leadership role and your team's role in your organization's culture and operations. Students, your management has invested in you, and I'm hoping we exceeded their ROI expectations. I do want to add as an aside, we're proud to announce 100% of our class members have jobs before graduation. I was humbled to be part of this class. The title here is Congratulations, Students, and I agree. Congratulations, students. Now let's proceed with the presentation of certificates, I guess. Thank you, folks.
Thank you, Randy. Since Randy wasn't here when we started and showed our appreciation to our facilitators, can we give him another round of applause, please? Alex Pitzner will now join us to provide our graduation remarks and announce the names of our graduates. Alex is the Chief Information Officer here at Harrisburg University and has served in this role for almost 20 years. He joined the team just after HU opened its doors. Please join me in welcoming Alex.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Alex Pitzner. I'm the Chief Information Officer here at Harrisburg University. I'm happy to welcome you to our graduation ceremony for the IT Leaders Program. Today, we celebrate not just the completion of a program, but the growth, dedication, and leadership of an exceptional group of professionals. Over the past 9 months, each of you committed to a journey of learning and collaboration. You have explored the complexities of IT leadership and built the skills necessary to lead with vision and purpose. What makes this program unique is the way it brings together professionals from across the IT spectrum. Through shared sessions and discussions, you have gained a deeper appreciation for each other's roles and built relationships that will last far beyond today. Remember that leadership is not a destination, it is a continuous journey. The knowledge you gained here is just the beginning. The real impact will come as you apply it, inspire others, and lead with integrity and purpose. Congratulations to every one of you. We are incredibly proud of what you have accomplished and are even more excited about what lies ahead. Thank you. So without further ado, we'll start with the distribution, presentation of certificates. I'll have Mr. Gerhard help me out here. We will start with the IT Executives Program. Patricia Clancy. Nathan O. Goodmanson.
Until I don't do this. Thanks, Charlie. Thank you. Congratulations. You want to step over? When you receive your certificate, if you'd like to step over and you'd like to get a picture. Very good. So,
Andrea J. Javersack. Sarah Leahy. Emily M. Lingle. Scott D. Livingston. Chatrina Pitch. Lauren Richards. Jeffrey S. Romanensk. Eric V. Smith.
Colonel, congratulations.
Thank you. Timothy F. Smith. Let's wait for this. It's not logged in here. Baba C. A. Santana. Deborah Jean Wagner. Congratulations to all the IT executives. We'll now move on to the business relationship managers. Danielle Bowers. Jennifer S. Grimm. Brent D. Lawson. Diana T. Reed. Nicole Silks. Sarah D. Smith. And congratulations to all of our business relationship managers. We'll now proceed with the IT managers certificates. Sean A. Broker. Julie C. Bashong. Wenkata Chamila. Christian Kohler. Ryan W. Corrigan. Ned Einsig III. Shauna Floyd. Justin Freed. Amy Galucci. Jason Gavenda. Greg William Jensimer. James G. Gray. Shannon Grimes. Thomas Hayes. Tamaria I. Helm. Jack L. Hawley III. Jack Huffman. Douglas R. Hurst IV. Jacelyn Janoka. Garish Dhruva Joshi. Bharath Kazareddy. Charles M. Cowell. Manikata Prabhu Lakshmanan. Stevie Ann Leach. Conrad Nason. Kelly Jo Nisley. Robert Parent. Hari Powdell. Sandra Ann Reed. Jessica Rumbold Rotz. Amber Michelle Rosmini. Scott Sanson. Trisha Savage. Ethan Andrew Shirk. John Spreha. Brian Trentes. Stephanie E. Torse. Wendy L. Tyler. Jeffrey Walker. Hao Holly Zhu. That concludes our RT managers. Congratulations, everyone.
Thank you, Alex, and congratulations again to all of our graduates. Last but certainly not least, I'd like to welcome Charlie Gerhards to the podium to give our closing remarks. Charlie served as the CIO for the state CIO for 4 years and the state CTO for 4 years. He started the Government Technology Institute at Harrisburg University in 2011 and has served as the executive director of that center ever since. He has been a facilitator of the IT Leaders Program for 14 years and helps to set content, speakers, networking, and outcomes for the program. He is not only a subject matter expert, but he is someone who genuinely cares about people, about connections, and about lifelong learning. Let's give Charlie a big round of applause as he comes to give our closing remarks.
Thank you, Laura Lee. I appreciate the kind words. This never gets old. As mentioned, our first class graduated in 2011, so I've had the privilege to stand at this podium each year, at least, sometimes twice a year, for other programs. And just to see the excitement of our cohort is just very, very satisfying. And let me first congratulate all of you for the 9 months of hard work, doing capstones in addition to your normal job. It's been an absolute pleasure working with you and hearing from your experiences and challenges that you have. And every year that I would sit through the program, even though I've been around a long time, I've learned, and I've learned a lot. And I think the message is you never stop learning, regardless of how long you've been in the industry. But the cohort made the program special, just with your engagement, asking questions, providing comments. We talk about circular learning, that is learning from each other. And certainly this year, I think we've achieved that. That you not only learn from the folks in the front, you've learned a lot from each other. With your graduation, you're part of our family, the Harrisburg University family. And with that, I hope that you come back often for other programs and events, and even come back and participate at events like this as a graduate of this particular program. We very much would welcome your return. And don't be surprised if we reach out and ask, would you do a session for us, or would you be on a panel? Can you provide your perspective? So as part of the family, we may be reaching out and asking for you to help educate those who follow. Just a word about our GTI sponsors. The program would not be possible without your support. And I see a number of sponsors there. Could you just stand up and be recognized? Our GTI sponsor, there. Well, a number of our presenters, earlier presenters, talked about folks who made an impression on them. And we're very, very lucky because our sponsors bring some of the best and brightest, not only nationally but globally, to speak. You know, I can think of just one individual who basically built all the digital for Disney and did such a great job. He then served as the CIO for Starbucks and did all the Starbucks digital technology. And that's just the caliber of folks that our sponsors bring to us and to this program. And obviously, it makes an impression, and it's an opportunity that few times you can experience, particularly in a smaller program. You might need to go to a very large conference to hear some of these folks. So we sincerely thank our sponsors. Again, without them, we could not do this program or other programs. We've heard a thank you of the GTI team, but Laura Lee has provided leadership in her new position. Patricia, Jametta, Scott has joined the team. And my partner, Randy Jones. Randy's been here with me for 10 years, Randy. I think this is the 10th year, and just brings warmth and wisdom to the program. So thanks, Randy, for being such a great partner. Watch what you wish for, Randy. And obviously, Michelle. We can't say enough about Michelle. If you would see what goes on behind the scenes to get ready, not only for our programs and events, but even she played the major role in designing today and making all the arrangements. So Michelle, thank you so much for all you do in this program and other programs. Just incredible. So in closing, I have 3 asks of our cohort. 1, use the information that you learned in this program, and hopefully others, to make your organization and to make your operation better. That is the objective of this program, where you can take skills back, lessons learned back, and just bolster your organization. Improve performance, reduce costs, do the things that your organization needs done. 2, you have a wonderful network of people, 59 people. Reach out and connect. If you have an issue or problem, get on the phone, send an email, ask for advice, ask for a second opinion. You'd be amazed how much value that brings. I recently had a graduate of our 2011 program tell me that he still has his network from the cohort, and he routinely communicates with these individuals and uses them as a sounding board when he has tough issues or he's looking at various alternatives. So I would strongly encourage you to continue to connect and build your network. And just the third, view yourself as a mentor. There are people that are following you that need your leadership, your mentorship to build their skills. They are watching what you're doing, how you're doing it, and hoping to model their behavior after yours. So I would ask, spend a little time, be mindful that you're a teacher, you're a leader, and those folks need to learn from you. So invest a little time investing in them, and you will end up with a better team, a more satisfied team, and a more productive team. So they are the 3 takeaways for today. And now I get to close this event. Again, congratulate all of you. I would ask that you assemble by the board. We're going to do a class picture. I would also ask if you want to have a picture taken then with family or friends or teammates, we will have a photographer here to do that as well. So just stay in the auditorium. All others, I would invite you to go around the corner. Many of you probably know where the reception area is. To go there, we are going to have some light refreshments and some beverages in celebration and recognition of your accomplishment. So with that, again, thank you for being part of the program. Congratulations, and let's celebrate.